20 bucks and I've gotten 40 hours. Why do you keep getting down? People want to see your cute face. Why you gotta be like that? I think it's the light. I don't think he likes my face light. What is going on, gaming nerds? Welcome back to Midnight Gaming with Mystic Nightmare. Thanks for coming to the channel and hanging out. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. I'm having a pretty decent day. It is midnight, as you can see outside, and we're back on Raft. Now, I promised you guys when we started this game that I would give you a performance review, I'd give you a game review. I kind of wanted to show the rest of the stuff that I did with the Raft off camera and the rest of the build. And obviously I've got Merlin here to help me out. I figured I'm going to do a lot of talking on this and not really too much playing, so at least you can look at him. And I think he's going to go down there because he doesn't want to talk to you guys. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to talk about the performance of the game, we're going to talk about the FPS during it, and we'll talk about the rest of the build and what I've done with it so far. And just the overall, is it worth the $20 that Steam's decided to, to charge for it? So let's begin. As you can see, I did all of the painting. I went out and got a whole bunch more painting, more paints, and did more painting. If I could talk today, English, as you can see right here. It takes a lot of paint to do very little, to be honest with you. I had to go to 5 or 6 different islands just to do all this. As you can see, I went with a little bit of blue and red on the back, red on the side over there, red on the side over there. I built another house or other rooms, one here, and then also one on the other side. They're basically, identical on both sides. I went ahead and, as you can see, all the stairs are black. I went ahead and started a little room in here. You got a nice hammock and stuff, and then we went ahead and put the spare cooker and the spare what is this thing called, the purifier. That's what it's called. So yeah, and as you can see, I went ahead and I did some seagulls. Now you guys have to excuse me if my voice sounds like crap. I'm actually sick. I've got a chest cold. But yeah, the show must go on, right? And there's Merlin. I'm trying to get him up so you guys can see him, but he's not going to do it. So yeah, I went ahead and put out some seagull nests. And to be honest with you guys, I was actually surprised at how many seagulls come and roost at once. I've seen a total of 3 all at once. So what I did was I built these little areas. I put 3 in there, and they won't come and land and lay more eggs. So you have to kind of allow them to rotate. As you can see, this bedroom's the same, all black inside, except for the red floors, and it's identical as the other one. But with the seagulls, as I was saying, you have to allow them to rotate nests because they will come constantly if you've got a bunch of nests out. And I've seen a total of 3, guys. 3 seagulls all at once come down and nest all at once. So you want to be able to make it so you don't have to run around collecting them all of the time, so I put 3 over here, 3 over there, and I've always got so many eggs. It's absolutely ridiculous. I went ahead and extended out the raft in the front. As you can see, I went ahead and painted it blue. I put the anchor as well as the what is that, the paint mill down there, and I moved out the mast, or the sail, I guess you could say. So I just think it works a lot better that way. It makes it so you don't have anything in your way. You can sit there and watch where the island is that you're trying to dock to. And it just makes it a lot easier to dock if you have your sail way out in front or out the side, somewhere where there's nothing that's going to get in your way. So yeah, I've got a little bit more of the storage going. It's going to take quite a while for me to fill the entire storage up. As you can see, I went ahead and I cleaned up our work area up here. I went ahead and put ropes all the way around it, which made it look a lot nicer. I put ropes around the back and stuff like that. And the ropes are nice because it allows you to still see stuff, but it makes a barrier that you can't go over unless you jump. And you can jump over them fairly easily, so it's not like they really hinder you in any way. Went ahead and moved our Smelters over here, kind of spread everything out, took out the old food cookers in the preserving bin, or the not the preserving bins, the water filter thingamajigger. I can't remember the name of it now. And as you can see, as I was saying before, look at all the eggs I've got. Where'd he go? Where is he at? Here he is. Come on, baby. Die. There you go. Okay, so that's pretty much what I've done with it. As you can see, I've painted the downstairs. I didn't want to paint the floor because too much color, I've noticed, kind of annoys me in this game. You know, painting the whole thing like blue or the whole thing red is just, it's way too much color for me in the game. But yeah, when it comes down to, you know, the building aspects of this game, it's awesome. I've got those ramps up top on top of the tiki huts up there. I never have to move them. They're up there, they're high, they allow me to get to any of the islands, you know, very top, so I can get all of the materials that I need to, and it works out really well, and they're not in my way. I don't ever have to take them down, they're never in my way, so that works out really well. Yeah, so this is pretty much the final build. There's so much more that I could do, to be honest with you guys. There is such a ridiculous amount of stuff that you could build on this. You could build it so high, so large. I think you could build an entire raft around an island. You'd probably have to do it in creative mode, but in this mode, there's just not enough materials. And I've got a lot of materials. Like, I've got stuff overflowing left and right. It's absolutely ridiculous how much crap that I've got. I mean, all of these are full of all of, like, foundation materials. Look at all that. I mean, that's just ridiculous. So it's, you know, it's pretty crazy when it comes down to the content of the game. So this is our final build. I kind of like it. It's cool looking. Got a whole bunch of room for a whole bunch of people if they wanted to come and join me and play. You know, a lot of room, a lot of resources that we've got here. We've got pretty much everything that's in the game, and that's just totally awesome. So let's talk about performance of the game. Now, if I hit 0, or I should say O, we've got up at the top, we've got FPS, and as you can see, we've got 86, 85. And that's just me holding still. And then we've got, if I look around, you know, it jumps anywhere from 60 to about 90. And then if I get on the edge of the raft where I'm not really trying to load a bunch of stuff in, it goes down to, say, like 83, 90, 91. I think there was one point that I had like 120 FPS. Where is it? Come on. And I was looking out over, maybe it's because it's daytime, but it's, let me show you the settings that I've got it set on under the graphics. Now, before I was saying I was getting 60 FPS and I was happy about that. I was getting 60 because I had the freaking aim rate, words, English good? The frame rate at 60 FPS. I put no limit and I jumped up. I've got the shadow distance at 300. I've got the anti-aliasing, the ambient occlusion. I've got everything at its max. I mean, even like the shadow quality, the textures and everything else, it's all maxed out, and it's at 1920 by 1080. So this is completely maxed. Now, if you guys have watched my channel for a while, you know that my computer is a beefy one. If you go into the description down below, you'll find a description of what my computer consists of, all of the specs and everything on it, and it's a nice computer. When it comes down to the FPS, I think a high range to a mid-range computer wouldn't have any problem playing this game at all. You've got plenty of, you know, different settings you can put it at. Fantastic, good, fast, fastest. You know, there's plenty of room to grow or to downsize or anything when it comes to the game. I even think a low-end machine could play this on lower settings, probably medium settings, medium to medium high settings, without really any problems at all. You know, I'm running around here and I'm pushing between, I'd say, 75 to 120 FPS, and it's just working out really nicely. As far as the game, when it comes down to how well it plays, I'm talking about performance-wise. Does it skip? Does it lag? Does it jitter? Does it, you know, does it get framey? 0. That's my answer to that. Absolutely 0. This entire time that I've played this, I have not had this game lag on me or skip once. Not once. And normally people are saying, well, That's because you got a really nice computer, Mystic. It's not always the case. Basically, what it comes down to is if you got a nice computer, great. But sometimes there's games out there that because they're not really truly optimized very well, they skip, they lag, they jitter. You know, you get frames. It sucks. Examples is Ark Survival Evolved. When that was in early access, that gave everybody problems, and that still gives them problems. Astroneer, I play that all the time, and that game has been through multiple optimizations, and I still get jittery and lag, and skips and stuff like that every now and then. So it's, you know, it's not always the computer. It can be the game, especially in early access. But with this game, I have had zero, not one jitter, not one lag skip, not anything, no frame rate freezing, no nothing. And the frames are fairly solid. So when it comes down to performance, this game is amazing. Now, I'm not saying it's super, super extremely, you know, graphically intense, because it's not. It's more cartoonish. But the fact of the matter is it is excellent when it comes down to performance. They've really done a good job, and I'm really impressed with it. He's coming at me. Oh, and I don't have... Here, I'm going to beat him with a fish. Oh, yep, and I lost that. Great. That's fine. Whatever. We don't care. We don't care. We can just add another one. We got so many freaking resources. So yeah, when it comes down to the performance of this game, it's amazing. I was really surprised at how well it played, at how well, you know, it performed really, really well. And as you can see, the frames are just working out really well, and it's amazing. As far as content is concerned, I hope they add more content in, but I'm not complaining about the content that we have now on the game, because the fact of the matter is there's enough content. I have 40 hours, I believe, now in this game, and it was all through this playthrough that we've done, on this channel, and it's all about the playthrough, and it's all 40 hours has been put on that, and me, you know, kind of preparing for the episodes and everything else. And it has been an absolute blast to play the game. It's been a lot of fun. There's been a lot of really surprising things, like, you know, the installations, the abandoned installations and stuff like that. All that stuff has been really awesome. The fishing, I mean, it met all of my expectations and then some. And I think, in my opinion, or it's my hopes, that they're going to be adding quite a bit more when it comes down to the content of the game. If not, that's still fine. It's still worth $20. I'm telling you that right now. Officially, I'm saying this game is easily worth $20. Easily. So, you know, you go to a movie with somebody or a date, and you can end up spending $80 at a movie. With this, you're spending, you know, $20, and I've gotten 40 hours. Why do you keep getting down? People want to see your cute face. Why you gotta be like that? I think it's the light. I don't think he likes my face light. But yeah, you go to a movie, you can spend 40, 60 bucks on a movie, or you can pay $20 for this game and you get 40 hours out of it. So I definitely think this game is really, really worth the $20. I've got way too much stuff in my inventory here, but it's an absolute blast, and it performs well. It's a solid playing game. It's got great content, and it is definitely worth the $20. In my opinion. I don't know what you guys think, but like I said, I do hope that they... What happened there? It's like I went through the door and... Whoa, did I just find a bug? I think I did. Oh, that was weird. Okay, I don't know what happened there, but yeah, so it's, in my opinion, it's worth it. So the answer is yes. It performs amazing. It's got a lot of content. It's great. They're going to be probably adding a lot more content with it, and I think that I hear a bird. Where's the bird? I think that it's definitely worth the $20. Definitely worth the money. Get out of my potatoes, you jerk face. I would like to see them add in the Utopia thing. I mean, can you imagine floating up on a whole bunch of skyscrapers and being able to float through the middle of those skyscrapers and then going, you know, I mean, they don't have to be huge, but going through and harvesting all of the stuff in the skyscrapers, and they could add it to where, like, you know, plants and leaves and vines and stuff are growing up the side of them. And I think that would be absolutely amazing to play. So I hope they keep going with it. I hope that they add the Utopia in. But whatever content they put in, I can almost guarantee it's going to be awesome. As long as it doesn't screw up the game, it doesn't screw up its performance and anything else like that. But right now, everything's amazing on the game. It's the reason I'm doing this review, and I usually don't do them, is because I'm so happy with how the game performed. I was ecstatic when I got to the end, and I was just like, I didn't lag out once. I didn't have frame rate problems once. I didn't have any problems with the game whatsoever, other than a couple of bugs. There's a couple of bugs, but they know about them. There's a couple of bugs in multiplayer too, where some people are getting like a black screen when it comes down to like joining or leaving. I have played multiplayer. I have played with Scoobs Maroon, and we had a nice, smooth, enjoyable time. We didn't have any lag problems. We didn't have any frame rate problems. We didn't have, you know, any disconnect problems or anything else like that. We had a nice, smooth gameplay, and I think we played 2 or 3 days in a row, and it was a lot of fun. Multiplayer is an absolute blast on this game. And I'm definitely looking forward to when he jumps on again, because I jump on and I'm just like, hey, you want to play? And he's like, yeah, well, let's go. And we'll end up playing like 4 to 6 hours, you know, just together. And it's awesome. So multiplayer is amazing on it. I'm really, really happy with it. And that's why I'm doing this review, is because I'm super excited with it. The developers did a awesome job. Look how much food I got. I mean, I'm stuffed to the brim with everything. I've got to put everything in overflow bins now. This is just getting ridiculous. We're so, look at that. We are so overfull of everything. Overfull. Words good today. Words are good today. Let's go over here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, the game's amazing, and that's pretty much my overall review. Is it worth it? It's definitely worth the money. Is it, you know, does it play great? It definitely does play great. Is the performance awesome on it? The performance is more than awesome on it. It's just amazing. And they did a really, really good job. Holy crap. Look how many heads sharks I've killed. And I've thrown a few heads away. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'd say about 25. I've thrown a couple of heads away because I ran out of room. Oh, and my chest hurts and I'm sick and I feel so sorry for myself. But the show's got to go on, so we have to play. Yeah. Right? Did we get everything in there? And I've gotten to the point where I've started to realize that when the game came out and I started playing and we started this series, I should have been gathering the dies right off the bat. Because when I got to the point where I wanted to gather dies and stuff, I was very frustrated because I hadn't gathered any of the dies. And I needed a whole bunch of them. I realized that I needed a lot. So if you guys are ever planning on, you know, dyeing anything or painting anything, start gathering the dyes now, because that was a nightmare, and not in a good way. It sucked having to come back to these, you know, just wait till an island comes up. You can grow a couple of the dyes, and sometimes you get a chance to get a seed when you grow them, but you only get one flower when you do that, and it just kind of sucks. There we go. So yeah, if you guys are ever thinking about dyeing anything or painting anything, start gathering your dyes now. Don't wait till later, because it just sucks. It definitely sucks. So yeah, this is it. This is our raft. This is the whole thing. We are done. This game, we've done everything in the game. We've built everything. I want to build a whole bunch more lanterns and just put them all over the place. Because at nighttime, it's really annoying when I don't have enough lanterns around to really see anything. And just a heads up, guys, if you guys didn't know, and I know a few of you have been telling me this, and it's true, you can put stuff like everything on walls. Like, I'll remove this. Everything will go on walls. You know, the bird's nest will go on. Oh, son of a donkey. Bird's nest will go on walls. Lanterns will go on walls. I mean, almost everything will go on walls. It's crazy. Shelves will go on walls. And then you can put them on the ground too. So if I grab this, see, I can put this on the ground here. I can put it out somewhere, or I can put it up on here. And it's really great. I think that's one of the awesomest things about this game is you can put anything on a freaking wall. You know, the nests you can put on walls. I absolutely love that stuff. It's just really, really good. I don't think we need any, like... Yeah, see how much scrap and stuff that I've got? I really don't need a lot of scrap. I'm over full of everything. To be honest with you, I could probably skip the next 15 islands and still be absolutely fine. And I've got about 15,000 different ideas when it comes down to this game and how big you can build it and everything else. How awesome it can be. Guys, if you're anywhere curious about it, anywhere near curious about it, pick up the game. It is a blast. More than likely your PC can run it. And it runs fantastic. And this is pretty much it. This is the whole Raft. You know, what did we do? This is the 8th episode, I think. And about 40 hours, I think is total 40 hours that I've been playing this game. And I've been playing it nonstop ever since I started this this playthrough. So it's definitely good. So there's your performance, there's your FPS, there's your content, there's your FPS on the screen. I hopefully that's coming through on the screen. I think it is. There's your review. It's a fantastic game. I highly suggest picking it up. This is the entire Raft. You can go big with this thing. You can go big. This is a great game. Pick it up if you think it's interesting. And I think that's pretty much it. This is the end of this episode. This is the end of this series. This is the end, my only friend. The end. If they come out with big updates, you know, and they're big enough and they're cool enough, more than likely I'll definitely jump back on, probably with the same game and with the same Raft, I should say, and show you guys the updates and kind of check them out and see how cool they are and everything else. But this is pretty much it. So if you liked the video, hit the like button. If you didn't, don't hit it. Make sure no matter what you do, subscribe. I know this isn't a super cool episode, but I did promise you guys a review. And I was trying to do the review with this little snot face right here hanging out with us, but he's decided he's not going to be cool and show up on camera. Except for right now, because I forced him. Huh? Say huh. You say bye-bye? You say see ya? Anyway, guys, keep gaming. Keep doing them and have a blast. We'll see you guys in the next episode of another game, because we're done with this one. Take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye. You're spoiled. You were so spoiled. I can't believe